gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Billy's our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Billy's here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Another day is here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part, play your role, get where you need to. Look and tune in for work or in your vehicle. If you got a problem, pick up the phone. Why wait till the time calling? It's the show with no matter even if you're at home. Just call in. WB. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Another day is here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Billy's our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Billy's here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Another day is here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Another day is here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Be yourself, see yourself, this is the show my people. Billy's our hope, so to needless reason. Nobody feel left out, is the vibe we dealing. Let's find a solution. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No respect, unselfishness and cooperation. That's how we need to build a strong nation. We are the people to make the changes. We are the changes, WB. And all the things that will feel happen and not got blue skies. And nothing that people get victimized. Let's work together for better, we got to unite. Billy's here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Another day is here. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Everybody gotta put the time in. Wake up, Billy's, wake up, Billy's. Voice of opinion and place your calling. WB. Get up, make every day count. Don't waste it, people. Do your part.
And welcome everybody, Happy New Year. Welcome to the WUB. As you can see, I am not the usual handsome face or beautiful face that you would see, but I am Steve Anthony, so we welcome you to the show. We hope you had a pleasant weekend and an enjoyable start to the new year. But for now, let's kick off the WUB Belize's premier conversation in the morning with our weather forecast.
Good morning. The weather was dry and cool last night, but became cold over some areas. Temperatures early this morning were in the mid-50s in the north, the low 60s in the west, and the high 60s along the coast. Mild and mostly dry conditions will continue through tomorrow. The 24-hour forecast is for sunny skies with a few cloudy spells today and partly cloudy skies tonight. Showers, if any, will be light and isolated. Winds over the open sea will be from the east to northeast at 5 to 10 knots, and the seas will be light chop. High temperatures today will range from 82 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast to 85 inland, but only 72 degrees up in the mountains. The outlook for Saturday and Saturday night is for continuing mainly fair weather. There is a high tide at 9:56 this morning, a low at 2:26 this afternoon, another high at 10 minutes before 9 tonight, and another low at 4:26 tomorrow morning. The sun rose at 6:23 this morning and will set at 5:30 this evening. The moon comes up at 4:52 this evening and goes down at 6:41 tomorrow morning. With that, we end this report from the Belize Weather Bureau.
The first private radio in Belize since 1989, Creme FM presents the news. Informative, accurate, current information, local, regional, and international news, weather and sports. And now, the news.
That was Derek Redun with your weather. In the news, 45-year-old Ian Authors was fatally injured in a drive-by shooting at the corner of Crawl Road and Forbes Road in Belize City on New Year's Eve. Sometimes around 6 p.m., Authors and his 26-year-old niece, Sherilyn Butler, were traveling in a white Ford F-150 pickup when they came under gunfire, reportedly from a gunman on a motorcycle. Both were injured and Butler is recovering. Police are investigating. Two men who were bringing in the new year with a group at a residence in Pomona Village were fatally injured when a gunman and motorcycle ran into the yard and fired multiple shots in their direction. The shooting occurred just before midnight on December 31st as fireworks and firecrackers were exploding everywhere. When police responded to the residence of Hilbert Smith, they found 22-year-old Luke Chavarria and 23-year-old Zion Samuels, a call agent, with gunshot wounds. They were transported to the Southern Regional Hospital but succumbed while receiving treatment. Some 12 expended shells were recovered from the scene. 7 people were injured in a shooting that occurred also on New Year's Eve at a bar not far from the Michael Ashcroft Stadium in Independence Village in Stan Creek. One was critically injured. The victims include 44-year-old Ramel Middleton, 47-year-old Caral Charles Cabral, a runman, 34-year-old Marion Logan, a port worker, 39-year-old Keith Logan, 53-year-old Robert Roy Buckley, a security guard, 35-year-old Marlon Logan, a barber, and 52-year-old Rupert Jones. Keith Logan subsequently succumbed to his injuries at 10:20 New Year's morning at the KHMH. Sources say police believe the incident to be drug-related and detained one person for questioning. The gunman, who arrived on motorcycle, fled the scene towards the Bella Vista village. And a mother expressed concern after discovering that amid the celebratory explosions of fireworks and pop shots, a stray bullet had penetrated her bathroom. She shared that she and her child were asleep at the time and narrowly escaped harm. But the outcome could have been different. She condemned the practice as reckless and unacceptable, as such senseless acts endanger innocent lives. And 82 male elite and master riders, including 9 foreigners, registered for the 35th edition of Creme's New Year's Day cycling classic, the Sugar and Cream. 90 miles from the border at Santa Elena Corozal to Mahogany Street in Belize City, unlike in 2025, this year's classic was ridden in bright and sunny weather. In the end, Justin Williams for Team Legion of LA took the garland. There was not much action in the first part of the race. On entering Corozal town, 2 riders had separated themselves from the peloton, but they were reeled back in. By minute 45, however, 4 riders took the lead, creating a time difference of 1 minute and 9 seconds. They included Kenyon Stanford of Team G-Flow, Tariq Flowers riding for Anthony Mahler Digi Alliance, Jivan Gonzalez and Justin Williams, both riding for Legion LA. For the first 2 hours of the race, the average speed was 28 miles per hour, then climbed to 30 miles at one point. With the fast pace of the race, a new record time of 3 hours, 17 minutes and 51 seconds was set, superseding the record that had been set last year of 3 hours, 23 minutes and 23 seconds. Mexican Kevin Jimenez tried to close the gap, but by mile 33, the same group of four still had control of the race. There was a group of four chasers, including John DeLong, Oscar Carros, Mexican Ignacio Prado, and Corey Williams, who were able to shave off a few seconds from the leading group that had grown to a minute and 44 seconds. Approaching Ladyville, Jivin Gonzalez made a move, and Kenyon Stanford then fell behind. At the Belcon Bridge, it was Justin Williams and Jivin Gonzalez riding out in front. Williams took first place and Gonzalez placed second. Oscar Carros took third place and Corey Williams took fourth. Jivin Gonzalez,
I think it's easy to come out
was an easy
and kind of center your race around different individual people, and we didn't want to do that today. We feel like we had the numbers and we had strong guys, so we just basically went out and said, look, let's ride our race. Let's not miss anything, but let's not be overly aggressive. Corey was still overly aggressive for some reason, but we kind of let him do what he was doing, and he was riding. He's obviously riding really strong, so we let him do what he was doing. We let everybody follow him around, and me and Jivin really got to pick our moves. We called it yesterday. We said they're gonna be following Chalvin Corey around, so me and him just gonna go about our business.
decision to let his teammate Justin Williams take the win.
You know, Justin's a little bit older, you know, man nine at the game for a good while, you know, 36 years old, you know, and the man gave me this opportunity for, you know, race. I get more opportunities racing bigger races, and we executed a good plan today, you know, so I don't decide, you know, I'm a little bit younger than the man, so maybe I have more opportunities down the line, you know, for win the race. So I don't know, selfish rider.
So you're not cruel, make the old man get around?
Yeah, basically. You know, but as you can see, you know, Justin, our super amazing rider, you know, two-time cross-country champion. So, you know.
At what point did you guys have this feeling that, because this was unique, you guys got out from in the 70s and basically just stayed out and controlled the race? You were never caught. What was that the plan? And if so, at what point you knew we have this?
Honestly, you know, from previous races, I know not really too much eyes me dep on me. Then me mostly more focused on Chav and Corey, probably John DeLong and a couple other riders, you know. So I see if they, you know, if I got the opportunity to go up the road, I just ride hard. You know, we just got full gas on the start, and you know. We actually averaged close to 30 miles per hour for this race. You know, we just got all in. I saw Justin come across, and you know, we even pick up the speed a bit more. The guys they made it kind of catch up on the end, so I just attacked because Stanford and Tyreek Flowers, I guess they made run out a little bit of gas. So I just say they got like 40 seconds, and I say no, I have to go.
Category 29 cyclists lined up at 9:30 from the start, from in front of Central Park and Orange Walk. Nearing Crooked Tree Village, 3 riders had separated themselves: Keith Enright, Jason Aldana, and Stefan Palayo. By Burrell Boom, Keith Enright had separated himself from the lead group and kept that lead. In the end, he took the win. Aldana came in second, while Devin Major placed third and Ahmad Charrington took fourth place. All the teammates in the G-Flow cycling team, Larry Guerrero, spoke with Enright and Aldana.
Now, Aldana, you came in second. You were chasing, or were you just relaxing while all this was going on? How did you feel?
Well, I just made it relax because the plan was that we attack like 1-2 tablada, and then Devin's supposed to win it. So I just made it relax until I may get permission to just continue ride hard. So yes, sir.
Was this the game plan for G-Flow to be 1, 2, 3, 4, or you were just riding to what the pace of the race was giving?
Our plan for the race, of course, I get the 1 to 4, but we made a try to make our teammate repeat as his win last year. You know, Devin Major, he may already win this race last year, so we made a try to make the man defend the title.
Now, what next? You will still be in the junior race next year, or you will be moving up, Keith?
Our whole team except Ahmad Charrington will be moving up to the elite category next year.
So are you prepared for that? Are you ready for that?
We are see closer to the time.
Meanwhile, the females started off 10 minutes after the junior riders with 11 competitors. In the first 10 miles, one rider tried to get away but was quickly reeled in. Gabrielle Lovell then got away past Carmelita, but they caught up back with her. At mile 35, Kaya Catus, Mary Montan, and Natalie Lovell had gotten away from the other 7 riders. Montan had to get service but was able to get back out front. Natalie Lovell was subsequently dropped a mile later. Nearing the Burrell Boom, Hatterville Junction, Irene Baki and Kadisha Francis had caught up with Kaya and Montan. At the finish line, it was Montan who crossed first, with Kaya placing second.
Was it a sprint? Hard sprint? This is my 3rd year now, so by now I know what to do and where to go. I came to the corner pretty early. I sprinted there and then I just went all out to the line.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, guys, the first year she came second.
Yeah.
Last year she was first. And this year, because the field was bigger, you had you and 10 more women.
Yeah.
And younger,
women.
more seasoned women. And she was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Easy like that. And she stands 5'1". I think I tell her, no girl, right? So, and kudos to her team on a big up on herself, man.
I have the best support.
Best support,
best support.
always there.
Yeah.
So, how was it? Like one time, I noticed you got like dropped. Was it a mechanical problem, or you were just behind? When you were like behind some big service.
Oh, yeah, I was just getting service.
Because I was worried for you.
Yeah.
I had to announce, Mary is not here, right? Relax.
I was calm the whole time. Yeah, I was really patient today.
Were you, like one time I saw you you all drop your speed to like 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Were you like just like cat and mousing with them? Because one time you and Kaya were working together.
Yeah.
But then what happened?
Some girls caught us, so then we just work together.
So are you gonna be back next year?
Of course, yeah.
And once more, congratulations to all the winners. We're going to take our first break now and be back after these short messages.
Informative, accurate, current information. CREM's newscast. Local, regional, and international news. Weather and sports.
What made me want to start my journey in terms of owning a home was basically me having my own space, my own domain, and having something extremely special for my family. That feeling was indescribable. It was amazing, moving in the first time, seeing all the new furniture, the new paint, the new accessories. I was amazed. Home for the holidays means to me bonding with my family, having an amazing time in the Christmas spirit. I would highly recommend Atlantic Bank's personal loans for home renovations because of what it did for me. I fixed my kitchen, I fixed my storage, I fixed my master bedroom, my showers, you name it, I fixed it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people.
I need this Christmas time is to keep your heart near mine. So much the way I'm gonna reach you. Every message, every call. I don't need a gift to hold. Just a voice that feels like home when the gate is flowing through. Straight to you. May every hello I miss you, every Merry Christmas too. Through this season warm and bright, Smart connects our hearts tonight. Christmas time is that feeling so divine. Sharing joy across the nation. Smart connects our families, keeping every heart in touch. 'Cause the season means so much when the data is flowing through. Smart's connecting me straight to you.
May every hello, I miss you, and Merry Christmas find its way through.
Because no distance is too far when we're smartly connected.
Merry Christmas!
Smart, bringing people together.
And welcome back to the WUB. Steve Anthony Perriott with you right here, aka Groove. And I'm sitting in for the talented people like Moz and Nuri and yeah. So, but with me today, a man that needs no introduction. He's a big name in the cycling industry, Mr. Andrew Ordonez. I just want to say welcome to the WUB, sir. Happy New Year to you. How you doing?
Happy New Year to you too, and Happy New Year to all the Creme listeners. Life is beautiful. I have the opportunity to face another year, so I give thanks and praises to be here.
You don't make no resolution?
No, just to keep on doing what I'm doing.
Very good, very good. Well, I try not to make them because I usually don't keep them at all. But I want to tell you, the exciting thing about this New Year's, the 35th annual Creme USA Cycling Classic, Sugar and Cream, was the energy. I felt the energy from before the race started. Everybody was being introduced and like that. You obviously, this racing is your life, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, you could tell how you bring it. But when the race started and you pop away, you said it was ruction and destruction. It was ruction and destruction from you start because it was hype all the way. And I wanted to know what was your take of the race on a whole. You know, how was it? Did you expect the outcome that was there?
Well, I expect it to be a very intense race, especially the climatic condition. The morning was perfect for racing. It was perfect for record breaking. As a matter of fact, if you go back and watch the interview with Corey, I said, do you believe we have a chance of breaking the record? And he said he wanted to be broken, but yes, the condition was perfect. The sky was clear. We had a knot, no rain. It was just perfect. It was just a perfect condition. It was, cyclist weather. Cyclists love those weather.
With that answer that he did not want it to be broken, what that tell you as a rider? Does that tell you that, all right, if it's broken, because he would be the defending champion.
Right, yeah.
So if it's broken, he would have to break his own record to win, right?
He would have to break the winner record.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well. And just like luck, thy brother win. Thy brother win.
Yeah.
Who do you think faster?
I still give. It's tough, but Corey still is faster to me. I know, one-on-one. Yeah.
Because the difference in timing was 3 minutes and something like. But again, like you said, that had to do with wind condition, doing with the behind, I believe, and it had to do. It wasn't a very hot day. First of all. So now, where did you see the first action take place?
Well, early in the race, you had about four. I remember the four riders that escaped. I think you had Javen Gonzalez. It was four. Javen Gonzalez. You had Baron Pope. You had Tariq Flowers. And who was the next rider? There was another rider.
Yeah, there was at a try. But that's where it took off. Let me see at the lot of information here.
Yeah, I had a rough weekend. I only get 2 hours of rest.
Yes, I can understand. It was Tariq Flowers, Kenyon Stanford is the person I'm missing.
From
Team G Flow. So those were the original 3 of the original 4 that pathway.
Right.
Yeah.
And then Justin bridged the gap of about, I say probably somewhere around 25 or 30 seconds, somewhere around there. He bridged the gap all alone, and he joined, and so it became 5 riders.
Yeah.
And they all worked like a well-oiled chain, and there was a sprint for a station prize, and then Baron Cook got separated.
Okay.
And from then on, those 4 riders held their fort. I think Flowers riding for Anthony Maladigi Alliance. At first, he was sitting at the back, but eventually he said, something, what the heck? The worst I could come is 4th. So he got into the groove, and then they shared the pace, and that kept them, because when we were checking the time gap, they keep the time. They actually were opening the time gap. It kept steady for a while, and then boom, it opened up and expanded.
The parkour me there, all this when this was going on?
Corey was in the main peloton.
Yeah. I want to tell you, the races the last few years, I know that there are great riders out there, but my sentimental favorite has always been Byron Pope, because I felt like Byron had the potential, but for some reason it never worked. So when I saw him in the initial, I tell my wife, I say, yo, I said, that's good. Me, I don't know, I'm not a rider, I haven't been in at least a week, but tell me something, what would be the strategy if you were riding? Because I think that when you pop away first, and you get in that breakaway first, it's very hard to maintain that all the way. So I would figure that maybe it's best to stay in the peloton, not make the lead get too far, and then when you come to the second half of the race, then you start thinking about your move.
Well, Steve, to kind of educate fans on the race of cycling, it's how become a team sport. It's not an individual sport. So even though you are the best, okay, say Corey was the defending champion. He was a markman.
Yeah.
And so if you listen to the interview, Justin mentioned that, because Corey and the other guys like John DeLang, they are mark riders, he had the opportunity to escape. And so whenever Jiven was in the initial break and they got across, they were still not, the guys are still saying, oh, the defending champ is here, sometime, or John DeLang is here, we're going to bridge that gap. But they run out of real estate, as we say, run out of road, because if you make a short gap, a gap open up, if you are all maybe in the basically same condition and you allow somebody to get away 1 minute, you know how tough it is to close 1 minute? If the group at the front is doing 25 miles an hour and you are basically doing 26, you are just closing seconds. So the reason time gap is so important, because when the rider hear the time gap, they are calculating how I can hold 25 miles an hour for the next, because we know that these guys would have to come 30 plus miles an hour to close the gap, and that's how you have to think, and that's what Justin said. He read the race right. He made 2 moves, and the second move stick, and that caused the race to turn around. So race is like a real chess game. You have to play your cards right. You have to know when to move. It's not maybe the best person, the best shape win. It's the risk you take, and that's cycling.
Yeah, and I think you have to know at what part of the race you want to catch cramp. You have to know at what part of the race you want to catch your second win. And I think you have to know your body too.
Well, you have to know. You have to be prepared for races like this. If you notice, the record was broken. I mentioned that the record will be broken. It could be broken. It was broken. But that race was intense from start to finish. I was watching at the meter of the cycle, and it clapped 30 plus miles an hour, 35 miles an hour. it was flying. It was flying.
Yeah, it was a very fast race. Because I know that when some people back from Crooked Tree decided to go out,
it was too late.
It was too late. They couldn't believe the race already, fly by. But it was very, very exciting. Now in the and by the way, we're supposed to have Justin
join us.
Yeah, join us in a few minutes. We'll let you know when he does. If you want to call us, the number is 280-5848. A lot of people was on the stream. A lot of people were watching, and a lot of people were cheering. That's what I like about this, is that the support from the fans there out there like that. And the night before the ride or something like this, do you believe that these, like somebody like Justin rides for Legion, do they prepare specifically for a specific race, or do they let their riding and their training throughout the year go back? Are all races basically the same? You just have to be on your top notch at all times?
No, you have to prepare for the event. You have to prepare for the event.
Yeah.
He have rode it numerous times, and so he know what it takes. He know when, like a race like the 1st of January race yesterday. The race really starts when you leave Orange Walk. So the first 30 plus miles, 40 plus miles is okay. It's the second half that where the fatigue will step in, your lungs will be screaming, your legs. It's where the chaos will happen. Some riders, I spoke to one of the riders from the team, but they mentioned the service was poor for them. They didn't get much liquid and food. And so all that plays a key. It's very important to get your nutrition right, your the need for have your liquids. So your body like an engine, you can run out of gas, and a lot of riders run out of gas.
Or you need to change your oil every now and then. Exactly. What are the best food for a rider eat before the race, and how long before the race should they stop eating?
So prior to a race, I believe that you should eat at least 2 hours before. You don't want to eat nothing solid after, because you will bring it up back, right? Yeah.
And that would consist of what kind of thing?
Well, people have pasta, people have cereal, people have fruits. It all depends upon so your body. Some people are lactose intolerant, so they can't take anything with milk. They will take things with high protein. So you won't find them using either a fried chicken or a steak or a burger.
That don't work?
That's
why I can't ride. That's why I can't ride, because I eat a fried chicken or a burger or something like that. But are there any young new prospects where they look on now? We have our riders where we call them name. When you say, who do you think will win? There's a few names that pop up. Who you see on the horizon?
Well, you have the juniors when they come up, so let us leave the juniors. We talk about the guys who have graduated from the junior ranks and heading to the U23. So you have young Jalen Bissonnette, of course, right?
Yeah.
You have a young man named Kaden Solon, who is on the rise, right? I'm happy that Tariq Flowers is back. He rode an awesome yesterday, so yes, he did rode an awesome race yesterday. I can't bring all of them right at this moment, but there's quite a number of riders that are.
So riding safe in the country, I believe we have no shortage of riders. It's a growing sport.
Well, it was on a downfall, but lately we have been getting quite a number of young talents coming on the scene.
Yeah. Now with the female, on the female side, that also was very exciting. Kaya came in second. A lot of people thought Kaya was going to win. But I remember the last race that happened, I believe Kaya actually backed off a bit to give a young woman the win, right?
Okay.
So what was your take on the ending of this female race?
Well, something I was, I didn't see the whole race. I saw just the finishing of the race while we were, the elite race caught up to the entire female race, and most of the young ladies were not too far apart, so the race came down almost to I think the first person I caught was the girl Baldares, Selena. But other than that, everybody was pretty close. You had the main group, and then you had a few riders just off the back, but not too far. Even Selena wasn't too far behind. But it's very competitive, and I like to see that it's not blown to smithereens. I said that one rider all the way out front. They came in for a sprint. Actually, they came in for a sprint. About 3 riders came in for a sprint, right? So,
and I like how Kaya put it. Kaya said, her faster than she. He says so. She made the right move at the right time, so that even if Kaya went all out, she wasn't going to be able to get there in time for the race. For a while, it seemed like female riders were like the numbers were dwindling.
Right.
But it looked like they come up again.
Yes, and I want to tell the young ladies thanks very much for it was on the down, but now it's on the up, and cycling is it's a selfish sport, we call it. The dedication. You couldn't go to a party and New Year's Eve if you want to run this race, you understand?
Yes. I know one announcer on the coverage that made a party all night the night before.
You know that?
And I was surprised when I had him on the race. I said, what? Good man that. That's a good man. I couldn't even do that.
Yeah.
But records were broke. When the men pass the female, I believe, does that usually happen when the elite come in?
No. Probably I catch maybe the riders at the back, but not the front runner. Not the front runner.
Yeah. So that was a record.
And that's the reason why the race was pretty hard. Yeah.
But I know the same win. They're behind everybody.
Well, on that particular day, yes. I'm not sure if and this is the only thing would probably be a little change if the race that started in Orange Walk, the female race, if that started the usual time, just around 9 or just after 9. So I'm not sure if they started a bit late.
Yeah.
And the elite race started on time. So
okay. So there was a controversy on the morning stew last week. One of our listeners, Colville Maria, mentioned that the youngest rider in the cross country was Lyndon Gillett, I believe.
Lyndon Gillett, yeah.
And Don Hector told him, oh, no. It was Clinton Castillo. But you that a race man. What happened there was that Clinton Castillo was in a handicap race, right? So, all right, just wanted to clarify that.
So it's a tough decision to make, but Clinty, like you mentioned, was in a handicap race. And I spoke to him before he had passed, and he said, well, listen, I rode the entire cross country, so I am the youngest. To finish, yes. But for a mass start, what you call a mass start, where you all line up, Lyndon Gillett is the youngest rider that started with everybody and finished. So even though Clinty rode the entire cross country, he had a gap.
Half a lead. So
the two on the right. The two on the right.
Yeah.
And I believe that was the only handicap race that Clinty won. So he is in his league and Lindy. But for the fans, and I spoke to a lot of cyclists, and they would choose Lindy Gillett because he started in the master.
In the master, yeah. That's very good. You feel, I've always felt that it's a good thing when you include foreign riders in your race. I've always felt like it's a good thing when all riders go out internationally to ride, because you really can't judge yourself. All right, you really can't judge yourself against yourself. You have to go out and find out. What's your take on that?
That's very important. I always encourage foreigners. That will make the race exciting. I mean, the guy that came in for Johnny Lang, his name is Ride Them Back, and here is some Ride Them Back, right?
Ride Them Back.
And I said, okay, I will use that a part of the race, and it came in handy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege and an honor. We have the champ with us via Zoom, Mr. Justin Williams. Morning, Justin. There he is.
Salute,
How are you?
Yeah, good. Not feeling so well this morning, but I'm trying to hold it together.
You here? Yeah, all right. Well, thank you very much for showing up. I figure I may still be asleep, resting up from that long, hard race.
No, I actually felt pretty good yesterday, so it didn't feel like it usually feels. Usually I suffer through this one, but I felt really good all day yesterday, and so I'm really proud to come back with a result.
Justin, I was very impressed with you. Like I mentioned, you bridged that gap, I think over 30 seconds gap all alone. Rode, joined the front group, and like you mentioned, you can read race. You made two. You joined two of the break, and one was successful. And so me and Steve was speaking earlier, and I tell him the experience. He was asking, how I rather prepare, how I make sure that you could win a race. And I tell her, these days it's a team effort. And like you mentioned, Corey, defending champ, he was marked, and so you guys had the opportunity to escape, and you made good on your escape.
Yeah, no, we from the day before, me and Jivin had figured we would be able to get a little bit more room. You have guys that are going to be marked and are marking each other, like Oscar and Bubbles and Corey and Chav. Like they're the best guys. So they're all on different teams. They're all looking at each other. And so me and Jivin kind of had like a free pass. So we made the most of it. We were joking around on how we wanted to go a bit early and see if we can't get some room. And like I said yesterday, sometimes you have an idea of what you want to do in your head, and it happens. And those moments are lucky. So we were blessed yesterday.
Yeah. You have a question for me, Steve? Or not yet?
No, I'm trying to get the audio. I'm not hearing correctly. Justin, Where I want to know, honestly, is that Corey last year won this thing, very fine time. And you come and you broke the man record by 3 minutes and thing. You know, vex with you or nothing.
Oh, he always backs with me. so it's nothing new.
Talk to me a bit.
Yeah. So Steve was asking me also, and I was telling him about how a few seconds plays escape. Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll say that.
When
Sorry,
you
I
guys
lost you for a
escape,
second. There was an
I
echo.
told
Can
him
you say
that,
that again?
a minute gap is kind of hard to close. Simple people say, oh, it's only a minute, but if you guys are riding 25 miles an hour and the group at the back is chasing at 26, they will make minor gains and you can calculate. I say it's like a chess game. You will calculate how many miles remain in the race and what could be the result. I even mentioned that the time gap plays an important role when you see the time gap, and they say a minute, you know, to them to close you in 10 miles in a minute, it's tough. They would have to do somewhere about 40 miles plus an hour to try to bridge that gap.
Yeah, no, it was we were monitoring the gap. We're doing the majority of the work. Obviously, we had 2 riders up the road, so we were doing the majority of the work, and we were minding the gap. So we got it up to almost 3 minutes at one point, and we were comfortable with that. And so when we could take a little bit of a break off of like really pushing at that point, but then they started closing the gap, and we had to we had to get back on the pace. So yeah, a minute gap is hard to close, especially in a tailwind situation, because you know we're on the road, we're doing 27, 28 miles an hour. I mean, they got to be trying to come across us at 32, 33, which is, you know, that's a sustainable effort at that speed is incredibly hard. So we liked our chances, and we just really committed to get into the line.
Speeds that you guys were riding, I know that like Andrew said, sometimes you're up to 30 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour, like that. I know people that don't drive 35 miles an hour. You have to blow your horn behind them. What is it like going down the highway 35 miles an hour on 2 wheels, the wind in your face, the sun to your back? What is that? What's the adrenaline rush like? Are you concentrating on the race completely, or are you like saying, oh man, you know, what's that like? Because I don't know a rider, you know, I haven't ridden in a while, so I just want to know these things.
It's the best feeling in the world, especially in the beginning of the race when you're fresh.
Yeah.
You just feel like you have really good legs, and the key is, and the trick is to try to have the foresight to realize that you still got 80 miles to go, right? But you're not thinking about that when you're trying to bridge across the gap. For me, that gap was so big, I was trying to close it as fast as possible, or at least get in the view of Jive in as fast as possible, because I know he was at the front acting up.
Do you set small goals, like saying, all right, from here to Carmelita, I want to make sure I'm in this position. From Carmelita to Moscow Junction, I want to make sure I'm in this. Do you set goals like that?
Yeah, every race. And the trick is like you got to have a couple of different options, because the race is constantly changing, right? So for me, I try to set maybe 2 different plays that I want to run, depending on what's happening in the race. And I'm constantly adjusting from there. So in the beginning of the race yesterday, the goal was to like sit back, see if the race is gonna go fast without me. Like last year, when I wasn't at the front, there was a lot of gaps happening.
Yeah.
And so eventually I had to get to the front and close a lot of gaps. But this year, the gaps were closing and everybody was active early in the race, which is really nice for me because I get to sit back. And that was partially because Corey was really, really active in the first hour of the race. And because he was really active in the first hour of the race, with Jalen and Jive, they were all riding forward. I didn't do anything for the first probably 45 minutes. And that can really make or break your race. If you can kind of like get past that first, but there was parts of the in the beginning, first 10 miles, we were doing 35 miles an hour. and I was sitting in and wondering who was on the front.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm not wasting my energy. You know, you're at the front of that. It's taking you double the energy to be at the front of that as it's taking you to be in the middle of it. So I got to save pretty early, which set me up for success later on.
Oh, that's the whole like the domestic. I always thought that the domestique get the worst job in the world, but that's where the domestique come in, right? Because they would do the work so you could relax a bit, and when the time is right, you move, right?
Right.
At what part of the race did you say to yourself, you know what, I got this? What point was that?
when we made it right across the bridge. That was
Wait, Belkan?
I'm traumatized. The last 2 years ago when John DeLong won, I remember thinking Corey got it when we crossed the bridge by the river. And then he got brought back, and then then it was like scrambling because I had already settled in my mind that we had won the race.
Yeah.
And so I try not to do that. That's a huge mistake. The race is not over until you cross the line.
That's right. That's
and
right.
so yesterday I didn't think we had it done until we made the right hand turn over the bridge. I was still looking back too.
Wonder where he was. So
exactly.
I thought that it was the coolest thing. You guys held hands and crossed the line together. How was that decision made? Whose front wheel was going to be a little bit more in the front?
Well, you know, it's been incredible watching like the journey of a lot of these athletes. So all the guys from G Flow, all the kids from G Flow, and watching them come up, watching Jivin and Chava specifically, you know, do races. International races where they're representing the country in such a incredible way. It's exciting and it's motivating for me. And so watching those guys grow up, I've been really proud of the progress that they've been making. And funny enough, when we were coming in, I was talking to Jive and I said, Jive, I've never won this race and I'm 36. I said, you got a long time. I said, you got a long time to win a bunch of these. And so that was really it. It was just me being a senior, and he was really gracious, and I'm very grateful for him for doing the work that it took to get us to where we were, and for gifting me the win yesterday. It was a team decision, but it was really his decision. I told him he could have it if he really wanted it, but he was like, nah, it's you. You're an old man now, so we're gonna let you have this one.
Get the old man a run.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, I tell you that I think tells more than anything the camaraderie in the cycling sports, because if me and Andrew me dep on a team and we the cross Belkan together, I tell Andrew, boy, watch I will, make I get across this thing first. But no, I that's really, really good. Now, again, on this is for the people that don't know racing. The night before the race, what was that like? What was your headset like? What was your preparation? Well, by then you don't prepare, but when you eat, stuff like that.
Yeah, so no, it was nice. We usually drive up a bit early, so we drove up a bit early to Corozal, and then we basically went for a little ride and then just pasta. I try not to talk about the race too much the day before because it creates a lot of nerves.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't talk about the race too much the night before, but these guys are good at what they do. Like Jalen's a little bit young, so I gotta walk him through a little bit more of kind of what the plan is, and he's learning as he goes. But Jivin, they race here more than we race here, so we actually lean on them a little bit more on figuring out what's going on, who's riding good, so on and so forth. But the plan in the morning was Corey's defending, so we're gonna ride for him. We're gonna try to set him up. If that don't work, then we're gonna ride for Jivin, and myself. But Jivin was the co-captain on the road, and then Corey was the captain on the road, or I guess the leaders on the road. I'm the road captain, so I'm basically trying to tell people what to do. And so, yeah, it's just trying to eat the right thing. It's trying not to make mistakes, right?
Yeah.
It's making sure that you hydrated. It's making sure that you prepare for the next day. Your numbers are pinned. All of this, anything you can get out of the way, you want to get out of the way. So pinning your numbers, making sure your food is set out, your plan, because we all have a food plan now because you got to eat so much on the bike.
Mm-hmm.
And so your food plan is set up. you kind of have an idea of like you kind of run through the basic stuff. What happens?
Where
if
you eat
you
on the
flat?
bike?
Okay.
What do you eat
Say
on
that
the
again?
bike? What do you eat on the bike?
So right now we do almost 100 grams of carbs. I mean, when I first started, I remember eating was my biggest problem is in races. I didn't eat enough. And now we're doing 100 carbs. So we have these gels that are they're 50 grams of carbs. So that I have one gel every hour, and then every 30 minutes I have something. So I have a gel and then a bar and then a gel and then a bar. And then depending on how hard I'm riding, I'll have either an extra bar or an extra gel. So when I bridged across to the break, I had 2 gels. So that was 100 grams in like an hour.
Well, I never know that, Andrew. I didn't know that.
Well, I want to let you pass something where you are blow to smithereens about. So I want Justin explain to you or to the fans and yourself how important the technology when it comes to the bike. And when you hear people talk about numbers, when you hear cyclists talk about numbers, you know, power, wattage and things. So I want to make Justin explain the whole idea why racing is getting so fast. You know, in my time, our top speed would be maybe 25 miles an hour. We would average about 22. These guys are averaging close to 30 miles an hour in a race, in a almost 90 miles race. You understand? So Justin will explain to you how you know bigger tires, tubeless work. But Justin, give Steve and the fans a little
the stats.
Stats about numbers. When cycle talk about numbers, maybe what numbers is and how important these high-tech bikes with all the electronics and the tubeless tires and so.
Yeah, everything is faster now. The technology around nutrition is completely different and absolutely better. They figured out what sugars work and when you need them to work, how much carbs you need. So everything is locked in. So it's like it's really like the gas that you have in your car. As you're riding, that tank is draining, and you're trying to replenish as much as possible. And the trick is that it changes. If you're riding easy, you don't need to eat that much. But if you're riding hard, you need to eat more. And so figuring out your body and the balance of that is incredibly important. So that's the food part of it. The bikes are so much faster. I mean, I've been around for long enough where I've ridden, shift. All the gears now are electric. I've ridden gears that were cable. I almost ran down tube shifters. I was almost early enough to run down tube shifters on my first bike. And so the technology is everything is optimized for aerodynamics, from the tires to the wheels to the frames to everything. The handlebars are one piece now. When I was growing up, there was only one company I think that made a one piece, and that was Chinelli. But now pretty much every company on every bike is a one piece. It's almost 10 watts faster, significantly faster.
Wow.
So you start thinking about all of these little savings that you can have between the shoe covers. That's like 3 or 4 watts. Then the handlebars is like 10 watts. The bikes are probably, 20 watts faster than they were when I was on like an aluminum Cannondale. And so the bikes are significantly faster now. The rolling resistance on the tires are incredidly fast. They're wider now. I had a 30 millimeter tire in the front, a 28 in the back. I remember the first time I did, 1st of January when I was 15, I think my tires were like 21s. It's a completely different world, and you feel it when you're running a 21 tire with 100 psi or 120 psi. The road is miserable. I remember the first time doing this race, like I couldn't feel my wrists were swollen after. And so obviously the road conditions are different now, but it just speaks to how much the technology has evolved and grown over the last 20 years.
Wow. So that means I can't jump on Frisco bike and go race?
No.
I can't do that. All right.
You can get an e-bike though. They have e-bikes.
How do riders get information? Like you said, the time gap and stuff. How do you get information while you're on the highway?
You depend on the motos. So you have the commissar behind you, and then you have the commissar motorcycles, and they're coming up. And sometimes they just cruising along, but you can ask them for time gaps. And so we ask for time gaps like as much as possible. So that's how you get some of the information. And then the rest is my brother and my dad and David Henderson. They're in the truck, so they're listening to the radio they're listening to the race on the radio, and they'll relay as much information to us as they can. So when we were maybe 5 miles out, they started closing the gap to they closed the gap down to like 50 seconds, and we were trying to figure out if it was 50 seconds to Stanford. We're like, is it 50 seconds to Stanford? And they're like, no, it's 50 seconds to the chasing group. And so we had to step on it.
Wow. Well, anything else you want to ask the champ? Should we call you the champ, or should we call you Mr. Williams?
He's a champ. He's a champ.
The champ, sure. Yeah, that's all right.
You know, in the interview, I asked him, you're a two-time cross-country champion. You know what it is to be a champion, and he mentioned that you got to read the race right, and he said he can still read the race much better than a lot of cyclists that are racing. Justin, it's glad to see you getting back in shape, and you mentioned that you are focusing on one team, and we hope to see you and the team in upcoming race here in Belize, like the big cross country and other events. Now, I know I hope you don't feel no when I say, I don't may have much words, but I say he's a bit chubby, right? But I don't mean by. I mean for a cyclist, the cyclists understand that for a cyclist, as you look upon somebody, overall look, that a little more pounds, and you did mention, yes, you are shaving that off, and you should be back to when you were like in tip-top shape, losing a few more pounds, and be really putting out some serious watts there on the tarmac. But
Justin, the man they say you're fat. That's what the man they say.
That's how it goes. It's all right. I hear from Corey every day, so he's not hurting me. No. It's I've been working a lot over the last couple of years to try to secure a future for cycling. Our primary focus is developing opportunity for people of color, and we've had over 15-20 riders from the Caribbean that have been able to race on a pro level because of what we've built. And so that's something to be really proud of. I don't have a ton of years left in my career. I don't want to do this forever, at least on this level. So I'm trying to enjoy the next couple of years, but I'm very proud of what we built and continue to build. We're going back UCI Continental for 2026. So for this year, officially, we're a UCI team registered with the World Federation. And that's something to also be proud of. So I'm spread a lot less thin, and I have a lot more time to train. And so, we're just seeing the results of that. I for a long time, I thought I could do it all. And I understand and respect that I can't. And so I'm doing my best now to enjoy these last couple of years at the top of the sport.
What I could imagine that on race day, the Williams household, the chest must be big because they know, well, Corey won this already, and he gonna be defending today, so the chest done big. But Corey didn't win, and Justin win. What was the celebration? Because I figure that Kalman know well, that not a fluke. It show that they running out of blood. So right away for him, chest done big already. So what was the celebration like, after the win, when everybody get home without the fanfare?
No, man, we're very, when we're before the race or after the race, it's we go out there and do a job, and we're really proud of we're proud of who we are. We're proud of where we come from. We have uncles that have won cross country. It's really in our blood. So we're really proud of going out in races. We don't expect to win. I think it would be foolish to expect to win. You have to be humble in how you approach your races. But you also have to have the confidence to go out there and get it done. So I think that people are confused. Who we are off the bike is not who we are on the bike, and who we are on the bike is, we're here for a job. We've trained extremely hard. Corey trains harder than anybody I know. So when he wins, I feel like he deserved to win every time. But that's not how we go into the race. We go into the race with a plan. We try to execute the plan, and at the end of the day, you got to be happy with the result. So, I would have been happy. If anybody, I would have been happy if Jalen won, and the celebration would have been the same. I got at this time, but that's the beauty of being on a team is that every day is not going to be a day. And honestly, the days that you're able to help your teammate win are the better days throughout the season. So celebration was cool, man. My dad is always happy when we win a race. I say that, but he's never satisfied. He's always happy when we win, but he's never satisfied. He's always looking at ways to get better, and I think he's instilled that in us, that no matter how good you are, you can always get better. You can always fix little things. You can always improve. And so that's the kind of the mindset that we start every race with, and we end every race with. It's like, yeah, we're going to celebrate, but this 1st of January, we still have cross country. We're looking to do the tour of DR next year. We have Tulsa. So the season is early. I still got work to do. I'm going to go ride.
I hear that. The life of a rider. Yeah. That's right. Well, what do you plan to do now? Because what are you going to do to celebrate? Take a ride?
Yeah, just spin the legs out if I can get outside. I didn't wake up feeling too good this morning, so I'm gonna see if I can go ride it out, which is funny. That's the life of a cyclist. Every time I'm sick or anything, my first thought is like maybe I could go sweat it out.
Really?
Just hang out. I might go to the Keys today.
Really?
But yeah, just hanging out, really recovering, watching some TV.
I tell you.
And then getting back to training. It don't last very long. You don't get to celebrate very long. The celebration was yesterday, so after that, it's
next challenge.
It's back to training.
Yeah. Well, I'd suggest you eat 3 fried jack with some fried beans and scrambled eggs, one coffee. You want to feel better, man?
I hope so.
Well, thank you. Is there any more questions?
The final question I have for Justin. Your advice to the young kids that look at you, look up, and see you're a champion. Your advice you'd give them what to do to reach to a certain level, or in the sport of cycling. We know it's very tough, but just a little advice to the younger kids.
Yeah, 100%. I would say you have to be patient. I've been, it's taken me 21 years to win this race. And so it's all about patience and persistence. Cycling is a beautiful sport, and it can take you around the world. It can change your life. Trav is racing for a team in China. Jalen and Jivan are racing for our team. They're going to be racing in the U.S. You have to be patient. Cycling is all about trying to learn something from every race that you do. You're not going to win every race. You're going to lose more races than you win. But if you can stay humble within how you approach it, you're going to go far. And sometimes you just need the runway. You just need the runway to do something. So just keep working hard, keep persevering, and then eventually your time gonna come.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, champ. We appreciate the fact you woke up early to talk to us about this. We hope you enjoy your win. We hope that all your other races this year come out with you taking the garland and crossing the line first. If you got a key, take a little drink for me or something. It's one for groove. Yeah, right?
Yeah, I got you. I wanted to say one more thing before I go. I want to shout out the Cycling Association and Glenn Flowers. I've been in Belize for a long time, and I think that Belizean cycling has never been better than it is right now. And I think you can see that in the talent and the way that we carry ourselves internationally at the moment. So I think that everything that we've won from the Caribbean Games, in the under 23 with Chav, and the elites with Corey, and the way that our presence is when we show up to these races now, I think this is the best cycling team that Belize has ever had, and that's a huge thanks to Mr. Glenn coming out of his own pocket to make it happen. And so I think that I'm extremely grateful for that. I help where I can. Obviously, we can help with parts and everything, but he, burdens the stress of managing everything and making sure that we have what we need to be successful. And so very grateful for him. We're lucky to have him.
Well, thanks again, champ. I'm sorry we kept you for so long. We're going to have a little 15-minute chat. But Andrew, they ask all the questions. So
No worries, I'm here for it. I
Well, thanks
appreciate
again
you
and all
guys.
the best,
Thank you
for
so much. And shout out to
2026
Krem
for
for
the team.
putting on the race every year since I was a kid. So grateful for them too.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have him.
Have a great day.
The champ, Mr. Corey Williams for the
Justin
Cranes.
Williams.
Huh?
Justin Williams.
Justin, oh, Lord. Let me start again. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have him. The champ, Mr. Justin Williams, the 2025 Cranes
26.
New Year's. What, again?
It's early. He's still
Let's try it again. The highlight. Ladies and gentlemen, here you have Mr. Justin Williams, the 2026 Cranes New Year's Day Cycling Classic champion. Broke the record. Now the man going to eat some fried jack and he's going to go to the key. I did good? Very good. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once more thanks to Mr. Justin Williams for passing through. We are going to go to 2 Cents Scam right now. And when we come back, we're going to have more coverage and discussion about the Krems New Year's Day Cycling Classic. The number to call when you come back, 280-5848. 2 Cents Scam.
You're watching WB and this is XTV, and I want to say Happy New Year to everyone who have supported WB XTV 2 Cent Cam. No New Year's resolution. You know, everybody have a different type of opinion when it comes to the resolution. They got options, all right? So make we find out the people in 2 cents for 2025 and see for who resolution different from mine. 2 cent question of the day, all right? Tell me your New Year's resolution.
Yo, my resolution is just to praise God and put God first. You know, because once you do that, everything is possible. Every ghetto youth could be a star. You understand me? So for the New Year's, all I would like to do for the New Year, honestly and truthfully, it's going to be unconventional. It's not normal. My New Year resolution is, after put God first, is to give back to the Belizean people that I come from, where I came from, St. Martin's, the Flores. We used to, before Gungulung, we used to call this, we used to call this Lake Independence, and we have another name for it, I can't remember, but we are the foundation back here. Mr. Rags, people remember the boutique? Now we set all the fashion still here, you know, gone nowhere, never gone, all right, then? Big up the man like Kundi from the barber shop, big up man like Johnny, even bigger fool than Dada. Dada was a little youth, but we love him still, right? But that's the question. I don't want to overtalk the thing, but we love the youth. They see the Mr. Rags still there, man. The Rags not going nowhere.
The New Year's resolution.
Health and strength.
All right, go ahead.
Health, strength, and wealth.
That
Yep, New Year's resolution for 2025.
All right, good.
I may also live good with money. As I got money, me straight.
That your New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
That your 2 cents.
I don't have a chase behind no girl. I got money.
New Year's resolution, 2 cent question a day.
2 cent question. Are you there? I want the road down the suffix. That street there I just come off.
That what you want for New Year's?
Yeah.
That your New Year's resolution?
Yeah.
Tell me the name of the road.
And Partridge Street too.
Give me a name.
I never remember the street.
They
but
know the street.
Partridge Street.
So how you want to fix the street if you can't tell the name of the street?
I remember the name of the street.
Suppose they got intention to fix the street.
Well, I don't know the name of the street, but I want Partridge Street fixed too.
All right.
Up on your side.
2 cent question a day. Where you want to see the difference from 24 to 25?
Better, everybody do better, everybody do good. That's what I want.
Now you're 2 cents. All right. New Year's resolution.
My resolution for 2025 is to try to accomplish what I never really accomplished in 2024. Yeah. Respect.
Yeah, you're 2 cents. 2 cent question again.
Well, my 2 cents, I have to get this business where they start off, push off on the right track. And they try to do all the Uber Woods. So, with the taxi and all the delivery service, if I run man service, I want to do that if you
So, Uber Woods.
That's right, if you need.
Give me the number.
600 23 24.
And they could call anytime.
anytime, anywhere, anyhow. If you need a bill pay, I could go pay that for you.
That for them 2 cents, make a go. Where 2025 there? You have a solution.
Yeah, well, 2025 there, we have to try the best and try to save some money. We have to get harder. We have tax man, we have slow season and we got high season, but we have to save money when things are slow. I think that if you don't save something when things are slow, we are struggling.
All right. Two second question there, Mama. You get chips? You get chips?
Tired of replacing light bulbs? LEDs are what you need. LEDs last up to 30,000 hours. That's 30 times longer than incandescent bulbs, and up to 8 times longer than compact fluorescents. So less changing and less trash. Planet Earth thanks you. And the LED experts at Brothers Habet and Habet will help you find the best LED solution, with colors for every room and mood, starting as low as $6.95. You can even get LED strips for home, office, and industrial use. So say goodbye to fluorescent tubes forever. And because they use up to 90% less energy, you save money. Money you can spend on other things. So head to Brothers Habet or Habet and Habet today. You can also call, email, or Facebook us. Have a brilliant day.
What made me want to start my journey in terms of owning a home was basically me having my own space, my own domain, and having something extremely special for my family. That feeling was indescribable. It was amazing, you know, moving in the first time, seeing all the new furniture, the new paint, the new accessories. I was amazed. Home for the holidays means to me bonding with my family, having an amazing time in the Christmas spirit. I would highly recommend Atlantic Bank's personal loans for home renovations because of what it did for me. I fixed my kitchen, I fixed my storage, I fixed my master bedroom, my showers, you name it, I fixed it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or star 100 pound key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63 I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually I may give up. I used to cry and like time I said, Lord please. And there comes Miss Mar. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
the housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing. Is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
Yes, and welcome back to the WUB. As you could see, why I had to drop out of the racing game is because if you watch Andrew Pasture, Andrew sit down nice and stern. There he is. I lean up sideways, so if I clip me there, me and the rail up with me. But yes, again, when events happen, it's not just the event that make you get exciting. It's how the event is presented. And you, now a master presenter, when you're talking about these races, when you're trying to get people hype up. Now, if I had made the one we banked the right curve. Oh, we got a call right here. Good morning, WUB. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Bruce. Look like Mo's getting knocked out yesterday, no?
I know I said the man get knocked out, but what happened? The man had a long weekend. The man they up for the Great Gatsby dance, you know.
Oh.
So the man made, yeah.
So I took part for the first time in my life in a race. Well, I didn't take part. I didn't get on a bike, no?
Okay.
But I have 4 grills that I'm going to give to a crib. Now, after watching the race yesterday, I changed my mind. I think I have to give a race to the youngest female, the oldest male, all the last persons who come in the race, especially the female who was at the back. I definitely have to give her a grill because she didn't give up. So I will need to call Mose now and get the information, and then they won't be getting them Monday like the rest, but today like the rest. But they will definitely get it by the end of next week, you know.
All right.
So I definitely, most definitely, even though she didn't pass my gate first, I have to give one to Kaya. Love Kaya, love everything about Kaya except her politics. But I got to give Kaya a grill.
The politics no matter right yesterday.
Because you have to have Kaya now. So I am upping the ante, and I'm definitely gonna find out for either this was council or Moors, and you know, I feel that I have to make this an annual thing, you know,
sure.
because they pass my gate. They're the only race when I pass my gate, so I can't do it. Well, maybe I could do it to the rest of the race too, but yeah, let's start.
Well, I have passed your gate this afternoon. You could give me mine when I pass.
Well, you could know, Bruce, you definitely pass my gate nearly every day. So you will stop by one day and you pick up your one.
Doesn't say it. Doesn't say it. So
that's what I'm saying. Because, well, you know, it was a wonderful feeling. I sold two of my grills yesterday, and they weren't out there to be sold because I had already given them away. So now I have to go back and make two more if I already gave them two back where I fell. But besides that, man, it was, you know, Groove, I've never understood what I did on New Year's Days before. I'm 50 years old. This was the first New Year's Day I woke up without a hangover, excited as hell. I didn't have paint to put on the road with tire rope.
Yeah.
It was an excitement, and I said, man, this was amazing. What did I do other than wake up with a bad hangover, feel like, why the hell I feel like this? This year was not good. It was a dry New Year.
So maybe a new tradition to start.
What that?
I said maybe you want to start a new tradition now with the dry New Year.
Well, I want to try to see how far I could go dry to grow. You know?
Yeah, not push yourself.
I don't make resolutions, no? The only thing I know I do every New Year is I find something, even if I stick two tiles on that day. I want to work. I want to do something. So yesterday I built a rack to put some water. 6 bottles of water. Well, I started, so, but you need to, I believe if you work on the first day, you will go through the whole year and end the year working.
Really?
That's my belief. And I've done it for 23 years and it has worked perfectly for me.
Well,
so, that's my only, you know, I don't make predicaments of, oh, I want to be a better person. If I know you last year, I will know you worse this year. And if I know you, I will even know you more because now I know that you don't like me. So I want to make sure every day I call you, I say hi, I tell you something when I even more.
That's a resolution after my own heart.
Well, one of those good things, bad things that happen to good people, I guess.
Well.
Anyway, I will definitely check in with more than sometime throughout the course of the day. I shall be sending your grills to the ones you already have, okay?
Don't say, Papa. Respect every time, Luke, and have a prosperous New
Year. I don't know how they want to do it, how they want to divvy them up, if they give all the elite or they. But I know now that I have to give the senior, the 4 categories have to get this.
Youngest female, oldest male, the one that come in last.
All the one will come in last, because I want them to be encouraged.
All of them will come in last. Very good. I like that. I like that.
Your effort paid off. You might not have come first and sat on the podium, but somebody out there is thinking of you. Because I'm that guy. I'm that guy who comes in last.
That's why God bless him.
I'm a turtle, but I always win the race. I come in last. I am counted out. But I am the turtle. I am not the hare. I come from behind and I go slow. But if you hear that story 2 million times, the rabbit never win the race.
Slow and steady win the race all the time. Slow and steady. Happy New Year, Luke.
Yeah.
Respect. All right. I think that's where I hang that up. 2805848. No, and you just me carry me across the finish line because I come in. How I may come in? How you may announce if Groove may come in?
So you put me on the spot, the Groove, but I'll do a little freestyle, right?
Are you ruction and
destruction?
Yes,
So here goes, right?
Yes.
I don't have TV, so I don't know if I'll have that with you, but anyway, let us see.
Check it right and answer. Yes.
So folks, as we enter the last mile, the Groove Master Steve amongst 5 other riders, folks, the fans are cheering. You can see the sound. You can see all the people on the side of the road cheering for the Groove as we enter over the bridge. This is the 2027 Cream New Year's Day Cycling Classic Sugar and Cream. Folks, the fans are cheering as we enter the finishing line. The Groove out of his saddle. The Groove have blown the whole race to smithereens. He is victorious. He is the 2027 Cream New Year's Day Cycling Champion.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I just want to thank all of my sponsors and my bike. Ladies and gentlemen, Yes, here with Andrew Ordonez, and we are talking Krems New Year's Day Cycling Classic. Respect to Luke. Luke say and give some extra prizes
awesome.
for some of the riders that finish. Very, very good. Once more, we want to thank everybody that was a part of the race, that contributed and donated prizes. But we're going to take a break, and we're going to return with more WUB. You say it, you do it, because you're some more professional.
Yeah. Folks, we take a break and we'll be back.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapado en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que te va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día para 10 días y va a estar bien después, ¿sabes?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
At Benny's, we have tiles to match any decor, whether it's classic, modern, or bold. Visit a Benny's store near you to meet with a sales representative that will assist you in calculating and selecting the right tiles for your floors and walls. Choose from our vast assortment of colors, textures, styles, and finishes. The perfect tile for every space at a price that can't be beat. Whether you're renovating your kitchen or finishing your ideal office space, Benny's Tile Gallery has it all. Benny's, quality and savings.
On August 30th, 2023, Central Bank Governor Curry Michael, originally brought into the bank's senior ranks under the UDP, placed one of his close associates as administrator of St. Francis Xavier Credit Union. What was described as an interim measure has now dragged on for over 2 years with no end in sight. So the question is simple. Why is the government allowing Mr. Michael and the central bank to use heavy-handed tactics against the credit union movement?
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people. And welcome back to the WUB. Steve Anthony along with Andrew Ordonez sitting in for Mose and Nuri and Yaya. And I don't think we did too bad, Andrew. I think we did pretty good. Yes, yeah, very good, very good. What were, once again, and I could stay at the conversation, the number is 2805848. What were some of the highlights, not the win, but what were some of the highlights of the race as it progressed,
Well, the first highlight was when Justin bridged that gap to he came out of nowhere. I didn't see him coming. I was on a motorcycle, having the camera and the 4 lead riders, and he came across. And when he came across, I thought the entire peloton came across. When I look back, it was him alone. The other highlight was there was John DeLong gave his rider the go ahead to get on the front and turn it up. So the guy name is Mike riding back. Go ahead, take the call.
Yes. Good morning, WUB. Happy New Year.
Groove and Ordonez. You call more again, man. I was very disappointed. I was sitting down waiting for the race to reach me. So I was reading the comments. And man, some of the language was not appropriate for a sporting event. If you wanted to watch only the elite race, get on a motorcycle and follow the elite race and see it live by. There was 4 races, and I couldn't understand why they went on a commercial when they passed me. But no one get there and get rude and insult and it says some comments about only this one for the end and you don't want to hear about that one, and that there was no place for that, man. I mean, the comments really and truly, some of them were with language where you come on, man. You don't need to go there, man. I mean, understand that this was 4 races. You had the elite, the females, the juniors, and the seniors.
Yeah. Well, we have to understand too, some of the language are French, and we have a lot of international.
It was very French, man, bro. Very French. I mean, I can't even say some of the things they said.
The reason why though is because of the coverage. Is the way how we wanted the coverage to go. And if you notice, I believe that the coverage was quite good. And
well, I believe it was good because it gave you a taste of every aspect of the race.
Exactly.
But some people wanted only the Tour de France kind of coverage, only for the elite. I don't talk about nobody else. I only want the front man. you know. And I think it was unfair because it is not it's a race that encompasses 4 races or 4 classes. You understand me?
That's right.
So to be so rude, man, you know, I don't go to watch sports or bicycle race because I am that kind of guy that has emotions that I can't control. And I would want to run out and shoot somebody down when I like, or if the footballer I run for the field, I want to fight the referee. And so I know I don't belong there.
That's not proper.
Because I can't control my emotions. You understand me? You know, I went to I was at a football game and I almost got arrested because they only play one half of the national anthem for the Belizean team. And I thought, what happened to the second half? I was already about to go over the field, you know.
You can't fight during the national anthem. You can't fight during the national anthem. You have to wait till it's done.
Well, they never want to play the next half, but I understood afterwards that you only get that half because we have a 2-part and whatever it was. But you see, this is why I don't go, because I know I won't be able to control myself. My emotions will get the best of me and I will lose it, so I try to stay away. But if I'm going to comment, or if I'm going to say something, and like what your mothers tell you, if you don't have nothing good to say, don't say nothing at all. You understand me? And some of them, I would have really want to single out one person, but
we don't want to do that, though. We don't want to do that.
I don't want to do it to one because you know why? Because maybe next year, if you do it, I will single out next year. But I mean, come on, man, folks. That was not the place for that. You know, I mean, it was very disrespectful. The things they were said to Ordonez, Ordonez is risking his life on a bike out there to cover this race the best he knows how. And I respect Andrew. I mean, Andrew, he fixed my bike for me, and I know Andrew, it's something he loves. But to be as rude to him as that and say things to him like that, I think that, you know, we as a people need to sit back and say, man, do I really need to be like this, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, when I want to be rude, I'm going to be rude.
Yeah. It's the world. It's the world we live in. We have access, and no matter what you do, you're gonna have people that are with you, and you're gonna have some detractors. So you got to take it in all. We could have easily shut off the comments, but by shutting off the comments, the people that want to make positive comments won't have anything to make. And I think, and I think Andrew did a wonderful job. That he got me excited before the race. Actually,
wonderful job too, and I forgot to tell him. Thank you very much for the coverage, Andrew. I enjoyed every pedal, and you gave it to me. You stopped back, you're going and check on the guys in the back, the chase, and I respect that, and kudos, my brother. You definitely want to get your gift for that, because I have to carry something to you for that.
You have to get him on a gift too. Yeah, I mean.
I have to get one too, because I didn't like how people were being so brutal to him in the comments.
Well, I know I
making it sound like the Andrew that the whole race, and like the Andrew fault everything they go how they don't like, and to abuse somebody like Andrew Ordonez, if you know him, this is one of the most humble and meekest person I know, and to be so brash and rash with the man. I mean, come on, man, folks. You know, I don't get it. Anyway, Wolves and Andrew, I'm sorry I called back and take up all the time, because I promise I know me and do it, but I couldn't let that go. You understand me? I had to get it off my chest.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very, very much. There he is, Luke. Well, I had to tell you something. I never even know him like that until Luke tell me. Exactly. Yeah, I have to go sit down with Luke. I don't know. Hey. Good morning, WUB.
Yeah, morning, Groove.
Morning.
Morning, Donuts.
Morning.
Oh, this time in Bali. Where you going to Colville?
Not much. Yeah. Hey, I know Carl to fight like Luke, but I just said, Donuts, you're doing a wonderful job. I have to big you up. Smithereens, baby. Ricola. Yeah. One thing I wanted was to ask if, and I think it's a little bit unfair to the females. They look like nobody made the record for the females or give, Mr. Guns made a cover one, but it seems like nobody made a cover the girls, right?
Yeah, man.
So,
Rosita.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask, maybe in the future, maybe we could have somebody they showcase the girls them as well, no?
Yes, we had Rosita out there doing.
But he was talking streaming, basically. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened in this modern time? The fans have got spoiled with uninterrupted service, and I must say this: media houses, want to take heat because they have paid commercial when they have to pay a commercial.
Exactly.
So, the fans don't want to hear that. They want to see a race for start finish. Can I say that? Well, if they cut and put in commercial, they miss one important part of the race. But some of the people now, the island that have internet, they not say, well, hold this $100 or hold this money or hold this equipment, right? So it's tough, and since we did the streaming live and get uninterrupted, people have gotten used to that, and they are pretty mad because media houses have to pay their bills.
They have to pay the bills. Yeah. That's how you get these events. Right, so, that's how you get the events. But
Groove.
Yes, sir.
I have a question for Donis.
Okay.
Who was the youngest rider? Was it Lindy or is it Clinton? What's his name?
Castillo. Oh, you know me listen from the start because we hit that already. But tell on Donis.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. My other thing.
Wait, hold on. I'll give you the answer right now. Professional answer.
So, Mr. Mario, I put it in two different categories. So, yes, Clinton Castillo by age, he is the youngest, but Lindy is the youngest to take part in a mass start. So, what Lindy took part when he got bombed, everybody lined up the Argas, got in a car and come back. I rode that here. When Clinton Castillo rode, he had a 30 minutes lead. Even though he rode the entire cross country, he was a champion, he was the youngest. He didn't start along with the great Jeffrey O'Brien, and so that's the reason why most of the fans would, and if you go really in history, or you can even get a quote for a mass start, he's the only rider, so most riders would give it to Lindy, It was a handicap race, the only handicap race.
What did you
Second race.
All right, we got that settled. So, Groove, my thing is, I never feel that yesterday. I never feel that crowd was into it like some other time back. You feel the earth, they vibrate with the vibrance of the crowd.
Where you made to watch it from?
That yesterday, huh?
You made to watch. Who probably made to watch it from?
I was out there. I got out there to see Jivin and Justin come in, but I never feel the like some other time when we're Belizean, when you feel that crowd, the roar, I just never get that yesterday.
You mean eat 1-2 Johnny cake or one fried jack?
Yes, all that. I got on my wings.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you something.
But anyway, I'm happy to see how the race gone. It's just getting better now that the Weekend Warriors was in it. I mean, they're not letting the older guys out, but it's improving, and it's one of the biggest races ever for the 1st of January, no?
Well, so what did you think about the outcome of the race? Was he in your top, choices?
Yes, because after what Justin did when he come across, I was surprised. I thought, well, them guys up front had so much of a lead, and when he came across by himself, I said, wow, this guy is in pretty good shape. And he left the whole peloton behind to come across with Jivin. It's something that Baby Sharp would do, so it was very, very me.
Very good.
So, yeah, but I enjoyed it, and we'll get ready for the next big one at the Alfred Parks. Catch the bull for men, huh?
Done say. Respect to you,
right.
Mr. Mario. Have a happy and prosperous New Year.
10-4.
10. What? The man was a trucker. All righty then, Pink Pen. I remember the same way how you could talk exciting bike talk. I could talk exciting trucker talk.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Breaker 19, this is Rubber Duck pulling up to the pig pen. There's a bear in the air and a counting money up front. That's right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it's 8:30 right now. You are in tune to the WUB. It's my pleasure to have the esteemed Mr. Andrew Adonis riding this bull with me this morning. As we, I never even know that I'm Friday, Andrew. When Harlan just said something about Friday, I said, what, the Friday? I don't know what's going on. It's been a very, very long New Year's weekend. Or not even weekend, a very, very long New Year's couple of days up until now. So we're going to take a break and we're going to come back after these words from our sponsors.
Still like one dream, because I say at the age of 63, I can say I own my own house. I can honestly say, and it get me weak. Before this, I was living on the mobile home, right? And then after a while, it started to go in and start to lock up and things.
1, 2, 3.
Actually, I may give up. I used to cry and like time I said, Lord, please. And there comes Miss Mar. They always say, if you're not serious about something, don't pray for it. Don't pray about it. And I ask my God, please lead the Good Samaritan to me.
The housing program of the government of Belize, which is administered through the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, is definitely, without question, one of the best programs our government has to offer, providing an opportunity for Belizeans who are in need to own their own home. And so I'm very, very happy for Ms. Beverly Harris and her family. She has been asking for support and help with her home for a long time. And I'm very, very glad that with the kind support of the Ministry of Infrastructure Development and Housing, that we were able to get this done for her.
I'm thankful. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give 20. I love it. I love it.
What made me want to start my journey in terms of owning a home was basically me having my own space, my own domain, and having something extremely special for my family. That feeling was indescribable. It was amazing, moving in the first time, seeing all the new furniture, the new paint, the new accessories. I was amazed. Home for the holidays means to me bonding with my family, having an amazing time in the Christmas spirit. I would highly recommend Atlantic Bank's personal loans for home renovations because of what it did for me. I fixed my kitchen, I fixed my storage, I fixed my master bedroom, my showers, you name it, I fixed it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Oh, I wasn't having a bad day. I just needed...
It's here, the biggest sale of the year.
Find your happy place at Builders Hardware with our happy sale from October 15th to December 31st. Whether you're a contractor or a DIY pro, we got unbeatable prices that will put a big smile on your face. Freshen up your walls with 20% off all paints and 25% off paint supplies. Upgrade your space with 25% off lights, fans, AC, and a wide selection of tiles to match your style. Plus, enjoy 30 to 50% off selective items. But that's not all. We also sell sand and gravel, blocks, roofing, and more. Find everything you need from construction start to finish. Don't miss out on our happy deals. Shop today or explore our online store at shopbuildersbz.com. Visit Builders Hardware in Belmopan. This is your happy place.
Amandala is now online. You can now access Amandala's midweek and weekend issues online by logging on to our website at amandala.com.bz/news and joining our membership portal today. There's 5 easy steps to get unlimited access to weekly e-paper, archive publications, and a host of other exclusive contents. Number 1, go to Amandala's website. Number 2, navigate to subscribed areas. Number 3, choose a membership level. Number 4, check out using our secured portal. Number 5, log into the members only section. Telephone numbers 501-280-4703 or 202-4477. Fax us at 501-222-4702, or you could email at amandalapress@yahoo.com or amandalapress@gmail.com. Amandala, all power to the people. Welcome back to the WUB Groove and Mr. Ordonez, as they say. I think I just turned this down. Ordonez, as they say. But so the next race on the calendar would be which?
It should be the Valentine's race.
No.
Yeah, but I'm not sure because I think the Federation mentioned last year that they probably not be on tour and be one day.
Okay. Let's take this call. Good morning, WUB. Happy New Year.
This is Sandra Coy. Good morning, Mr. Ordonez. I think that's the person who said it's in studio.
Yes. Good morning, Miss Coy. How are you?
Fine. The New Year is doing fine. I've got a laundry to do because we couldn't do laundry because of the rain.
Well, you got a day for it today.
Well, first of all the best for the new year to both of you and to your enterprises. And then, secondly, congratulations on a successful race. I'm calling on a matter, I'm just trying to insert a different matter in quickly. A reminder to the government of Belize and a new call to the, I believe a new call to the government of Belize. First of all, I'm reminding the government of Belize that we, the customers of SMART, are owed an explanation on the SMART BTL merger. I checked with Moose on Wednesday, and there has been nothing issued from the government on the matter. Well, neither the company, nobody. And one can observe continuing alterations in the delivery of service. So I think we are owed that, the employees are owed it. The country is owed it because after all, it is we who will pay that debt. We will pay everything. And then we have no money left over to do the things that we need for our nutrition, for our health, for our children's education, etc. So I'm calling on them to please give us an explanation. This is the second day of the new year. My second reason for calling is that to issue a call to them, but I want to check something with you first, Steve. Do you know if I heard accidentally, I don't remember what day, the government issued a statement on the China-Taiwan situation, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I believe it condemned the situation.
Was that statement issued internationally, or it's only in country and only we know about the issue of that statement? Do you know?
That I'm unsure, so I would have to check on that.
But I think it ought to be checked on. We have to stop whispering it amongst ourselves and start speaking out in that international arena out there on every matter.
That's right.
Now, as a consequence, there are three things that, in my opinion, the government of Belize, immaterial of who else stands up and makes a statement, ought to stand out and make a statement on behalf of this country. The first deals with Israel, two actions of Israel that are absolutely appalling. First of all, the establishment of diplomatic ties with Somaliland, which has not been acknowledged, or there has been no decision made on Somaliland being a sovereign nation.
Yeah.
Yes, the state of Israel has established diplomatic ties with this supposed sovereign country. As a consequence, and why are they doing this? One, because of the shipping in the Red Sea into the Indian Ocean, the Persian Gulf, all of that, right, Steve? And then the area of this Somaliland they are trying to capture sits right on the Horn of Africa, and directly across is Yemen. And we know what happened over this weekend in Yemen. Saudi Arabia bombed the port of Aden.
Exactly.
Yes, they bombed it. And it's causing the uproar that we have in the African continent and in the Middle East is going to expand. And all of us get affected. We believe we don't think we have anything to do with those things out there, but we have everything to do with them.
That's right. It's a small world.
Pardon?
No, I'm saying the world is much smaller now, so we're affected by everything that happens.
Why that has significance for us is because of the Belize-Guatemala matter. Israel unilaterally took it upon itself. Well, immediately Israel did that action, Steve and Mr. Ordonez. Immediately there was international response. The African continent is in an uproar. Somalia is in an uproar. There have been non-stop demonstrations against Israel's actions. Because on top of that, I had wondered if they are trying to move Palestinians there. Well, what do you know? But I listened to a discussion on Wednesday night, an international discussion dealing with just that. The Somalis are saying, no man, don't you bring your trouble into us. To move the Palestinians, to relocate the Palestinians into this Somaliland. You hear that?
Exactly. And I just
Our Belize Guatemala problem, Steve, has a similar possibility.
Right, exactly.
So we have a reason to sit when we see those things happening, speak up. So the day it happens to Belize, there will be people who will remember our Belize spoke up. Little Belize spoke up, we will speak up. If we don't speak up, nobody will be paying attention when our problem comes.
That's right.
This is a serious matter. Somalia is in an uproar. The demonstrations are only increasing. The African Union has issued an opposition. But you see, this is when you don't stand up for the wrong when it first happens and then you leave it late. The African continent did not take on Morocco when Morocco declared the autonomous zone in Western Sahara, which is something that Belize has been supporting the Western Sahara struggle for the liberation and independence. The Africans didn't. So now the Israel and the United States think they can do the same thing there in Somaliland. In this supposed Somaliland, which nobody It's a no map. Nobody has agreed to it. Only Israel has decided there's a Somaliland. In order to use it as an attack point on Aden and to use it as a capturing tank for their misery that they have created in Gaza and the West Bank. So I am calling on the government of Belize the same way you issued a statement on Taiwan, issue a statement on that first problem. The second great problem that Israel is creating of equal importance is over the weekend between then and it informed 37 charity organizations that they were going to have to provide certain information, gave them an unacceptable timeline, and demanded information that under international law they are not obliged to provide. 37, including Doctors Without Borders and the Roman Catholic massive charity organization called Caritas.
And the World Kitchen.
Yes. So what is the purpose of that? The purpose of that, Belizeans, is to finally and once and for all carry out the final solution on the Palestinians, just as the Germans carried out the final solution on the Jews.
That's right.
They sent them to the concentration camp. They are now sending them to final death. Nobody will be allowed to render aid in that place there. All these international organizations that have been rendering aid non-stop in trying to stop the horror. Well, the Roman Catholic Church has informed them, their organization, that their actions are illegal under international law and under Israeli law. And evidently, these 37 organizations are not just going to sit down and participate by sitting quiet in the final act of the genocide. This is going to be a sad Shakespearean style. Aside. So believe we have a responsibility in these kinds of things, Steve, in my opinion, and knowledge, to put our little voice forward. Stand up and say, no, that is wrong. Because one day you, the next day me.
Exactly.
And when it comes our turn, if we never spoke up, who will stand up and speak for us? By that time, there'll be nobody left to speak up for us. And the third matter that I really consider Belize has an obligation, a moral obligation, to speak out on is the Venezuelan matter, because we are a part of the Venezuelan collapse. We took money from the Venezuelans and didn't pay them back all the money we owe them, as long as we never planned to not pay their part. Then we finally pay them a little bit. We helped the now they were foolish to make our money available to us. And maybe we feel that they have a right to have been taken advantage of the food. But who will pay in the long run? We and our children. We pay for immorality. And it is immorality to have taken that money and not paid it back. And not only us, other parts of the Caribbean.
That's right.
See? So, and we have not, I don't know, do you know if we have put out any statement on the Venezuelan crisis? Do you know?
I have not heard of any concerning that. But I'll tell you something, Ms. Koy. It's a good feeling to know that my thoughts are very, very closely aligned to yours. I feel like I feel like Israel and the Prime Minister of Israel should be tried in The Hague. I'm surprised that the international community allowed them to continue this genocide for so long. As far as the Venezuelan issue, I believe you're right again, because even, I tell you, I've never really accepted Maduro as the legitimate leader, but the thing is, I
never liked Chavez much, and I didn't like her.
Yes, however, but we did take their money and their oil.
Pardon?
No, I said, however, we did take their money and their oil, and you can't turn your back on people that helped you in the, before.
Exactly, Stephen. Exactly. This is something I have not stopped talking about because I find it shameful, honestly. I feel terrible to be a citizen of a country doing that kind of wrong to your own fellow brother, your supposedly brotherly sisterly nation. That's what we did to them. We are part of their problem now. We have to cause their collapse. We took almost $500 million from them and then turned around and paid them a little portion of that.
And I'll tell you this also, I'm surprised that CARICOM didn't come out with a stronger statement about the United States Navy in our Caribbean waters killing innocent people as far as we know.
And I haven't been following it, but somebody reminded me yesterday, they're still engaged in attempting to take a ship that is resisting them. Is that so? Is that right?
Yeah, that is correct, and they also killed another 8 people over the weekend, or within the last week, also in the Caribbean. And I think that as a part of CARICOM and Central America, and by an extension a part of South America, we should stand strong. I think that we should kick Trinidad out of CARICOM.
Of course. Why are we going to stand by and allow? Do we understand? You see, believe we've never been at war. War is a terrible thing.
Yeah.
And what it is going to do is going to cause massive migration again. And this time, when they reach that border, it's going to be Rome all over again. You think those barbarians, they consider the migrants barbarians. You think those barbarians are going to stop? There's going to come a day when they will not stop.
And
they will keep on. They will die. They will accept death. When the barbarian German tribes moved on to Rome over the 3-year period between 407 and 410 AD, they died in their tens of thousands. We don't know how many because they were illiterate. They couldn't write down their journey, but they died. And in the end, look who now dominates the planet. Those same barbarian Germanic tribes are it's their heirs who run Europe now.
Yeah. One day, we hopefully will not hear them say the Philistines are. Remember what happened to Samson? Samson, the Philistines are upon you because he wasn't ready, he wasn't prepared. And I think that there are things happening around us that we're not paying enough attention or making our statements loud enough.
100%.
Yes.
Anyway, I just called to insert that into your discussion. Remind the government of belief and the people of belief. Man, join the call to these people to behave themselves and act properly.
That's right.
Join the call to get our politicians to stop being self-absorbed and self-concerned about their families and do what they are supposed to do. Help to run a country and keep us safe. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss Koye. Wow. That's Miss Koye. And during Miss Koye call, you can't interrupt because Miss Koye have a lot of good information. And like I said, I test my outlook on things against how people that I admire and respect look at it. And I'm glad to say I'm almost lockstep with Miss Koye's idea. But you made it tell about the catch the bull and the riding back. Let me call it the riding back.
So you're talking about the clip from yesterday, the 35 run of the cream,
yes.
Sugar and cream. So this guy came at the shop, this John Nalang teammate, and his name is Michael Ridenbach. So I asked him how you pronounce it. He said Ridenbach. I said that's very that's cycling. So I said, well, I'll use it tomorrow and ride it back. And we did. I think we have a clipping of it.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. There it is. That's by what area? Crooked Tree area?
Just before Crooked Tree or somewhere around there.
Yeah. When you see the riders doing that crisscross, that beautiful ballet that they do, there's a reason for that, right?
Right.
Yeah. And that would be what? Cutting the wind?
Drafting, you call it. Drafting. So once you sit behind a rider, you save sometimes 30 to 40% of energy, depending on the size of the rider. So it's like sitting behind a car, or you don't get the wind. You see, when you drive a vehicle, if you don't have no windshield, it might catch you.
So the first rider, he had that, he take the lift.
Yes, he's the arrowhead. Yeah.
No, and the way that would work now is if me and you dip on a team and I'm the guy in the front and you were a little bit in the back, you would somehow know, all right, my ballet to get tired. I need to make a move, get to the front, we give him a. That's how that would work.
Right.
Yeah. There's a whole science of racing that I think people don't realize. I think people think you practice, then you jump on the bike and ride. But there is so much thinking and science and plotting and strategy about winning. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
Yeah. You as a person, Ordones Bike Shop, one of the premier bike shops in the country, I believe, Blit and Plug, no worry about it. When riders come into, to you, because that's where they come to deal with their bikes and other stuff, right? You get some in-depth conversation from some of these guys, personal things about some of these guys, right? Who has amazed you, of all the riders that came into your shop? I know they said that your favorite, I know they said, but who has amazed you the most with their stories and stuff?
I must say Kenrick Halliday. Kenrick Halliday, yes. I had a long sit down with him. Back then, all the technology that were involved, but Kenrick, it was tricky. When I say tricky, he used to go train while everybody at work. So you know, train, right?
Yeah.
What you put in the miles.
Yeah. I don't know the ins and outs, but people have always complained that all riders have like an unfair, it's unfair to them because a lot of them aren't paid to ride. A lot of them have to ride before work or after work. But that to me looked like it changed a little bit.
So basically, Belize, the amateur, we don't really get paid. I mean, the few guys we go out and do a league contract and get something, it's not much. It's not much. In cycling Belize, you do it because you love it, because everything you do costs money. Cycling is very expensive, the nutrition, the bike, and everything, the clothing, everything. So you have to do, if you do cycling because you love. You see Santi spent so much money, he got hurt pretty badly, a big hospital bill.
Respect to Santi, respect for the man, to right, spill.
Exactly. So you take a risk. I take a risk. I know every time I leave on that motorcycle, I don't know what face me, but I love cycling so bad, and I take the risk, and so that we're going to warn you that, sign up that you might die. You might die.
Cycling, that the best way for you to do that? Is being on a cycle.
It's the best way because up front I can see the expression of the cyclist. I can recognize their riding style from a distance. When I'm in the studio, it's kind of tough. I can see the riders coming.
Your wife, of course, when you get home.
My wife have understand that this is my love. This is what keep me going. Like I mentioned to most people, I'm one of the happiest man on the face of the earth because I do everything I love.
Absolutely.
It's not the dollars that make me. When some of my friends come and say, "But I don't say I have a lot of money," but I'm bored, I'm miserable, or whatever. And I say, a quality of life is the way you live it. You understand? And so when I go to a village cooking tree, I feel loose, I feel open. I know that amongst the traffic where people they get road rage and people angry. If you listen these days, everyone is angry.
We got road rage at Crooked Tree. The other day, buddy, they ride the bike and the car walk right in front of Yes.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that smile a day, greet somebody. That way you have to live. You have to live. Life is short. Life is short, Steve. Very short. You see how much. I mean, what is a young kid? I mean. Condolences to the family. Young time, she was only 14 years old.
Yeah.
That kid, I understand he was sick. We found out about it. He visited the shop, I think 5 days before he died. And he said, wow. Mr. Adonis, all I wanted to ride my bike. And this kid he's about to lose his life.
Wow.
But cycling, for some reason, and sports on the whole, but I'm speaking on behalf of cycling because I'm involved with cycling. I went to that door, and cycling is what keep me going. So, like I mentioned, I love what I do, and this would be me for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I want to tell you, bro, and respect to you for a job well done. I think you show the passion you have for the sport, and we big you up with that. Now, the next race, like you mentioned, Catch the Bull.
Yes, yeah, so we have...
So right there, Catch the Bull. How do you put up on the bike?
Well, you have to get a trailer and drag the trailer behind.
Yeah. I see Harlan giving the sign for wrap up.
Yeah.
What do you think on the grind till 9:15? Yes, exactly. Well, Andrew, if you never say yes, you made it come today. I don't know if I'm there because you made it much easier, bro. Once again, Happy New Year. Congratulations on a job well done. Say hello to the family. And I hope you have a beautiful and prosperous rest of the new year. Anything you want to tell our people?
Well, I would like to big up Krem, the guys back at the Big Fence, Mose, Mike, 35 years for run a race. Done a lot of years. Just to organize the race is costly, it's time consuming. You have to go and beg to people for sponsor. And so this is where people, the fans understand, the fans love the race, but they not say the amount of work behind. With me, when I prepare 3-4 days ahead, I prepare my equipment to make sure I have this, say like this, I make a laminate all the things so it blow away. And so you have to prepare. So I must big up the Creme crew, as I say, was Mike and the entire Creme crew. This is the staff, yeah. So this is a classic, and this is starting a new year. I mean, a lot of folks call me and say, Andrew, we are excited about tomorrow. They are looking forward for the Creme New Year's Day Cycling Classic. And so, who caused that? The brainchild of Creme. So I must big up.
And you realize how boring it would be on New Year's if we did not have the Creme's New Year's Day. It's like, why that boring?
Yeah, alone talking people.
I had to tell you.
Well, I explain to you. So, my wife normally, she and her friends gather every New Year's and they decide to go at different venues. Well, this year it was at my home, at my house.
Yeah.
And so, as my wife had the host, I had to stay up, so I only get 2 hours, I did not, and time to go. And when I look, man, I check my time, only have about 2 hours for sleep. And you really sleep for 2 hours because by the time I jump in a bed with everything on. You understand? All my clothes left on.
You never even had time for comb your hair.
I didn't have time for comb my hair. I'm good at that. But the love for the sport, so I put on my phone for alarm, and when 4 o'clock, I jump up, I'm tired, but I say, something, duty calls, I will report to duty, and I'll do my best to bring the race.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of a week, a very exciting week, a New Year's week. We had the Gatsby dance on Friday. We had I keep on talking like the weekend. Like I say, I still remember that Friday today.
Friday.
Anyway, all, we hope that you all have. Yes, we are going to take the last break, and we are going to come back with more WUB.
What made me want to start my journey in terms of owning a home was basically me having my own space, my own domain, and having something extremely special for my family. That feeling was indescribable. It was amazing, moving in the first time, seeing all the new furniture, the new paint, the new accessories. I was amazed. Home for the holidays means to me bonding with my family, having an amazing time in the Christmas spirit. I would highly recommend Atlantic Bank's personal loans for home renovations because of what it did for me. I fixed my kitchen, I fixed my storage, I fixed my master bedroom, my showers, you name it, I fixed it.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
It has been a pleasure serving you, our customers, throughout 2025 with authentic brands you trust and great prices you deserve. We say thank you for your loyalty and support. We look forward to continuing delivering exceptional customer service throughout the upcoming year. On behalf of our management and staff here at Benny's, we say thank you and wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Need to submit your sickness benefit claim online and have a physical medical certificate? Here's how you can do it. First, go to ssbportal.org.bz and log into your My Social Security account. Next, on your dashboard, click Benefits and choose Forms. Review the requirements, then click Continue to proceed. Click Apply under Sickness Benefit to start your claim. Review and confirm your banking information. If it is not correct, select No and follow the steps to update your banking details. If your banking information is correct, select Yes. Next, if your illness is not related to an injury at work, select No and proceed to upload your medical certificate. Select your claim period and confirm your employer details. Read the declarations and click each to agree. Click Submit and you're done. A confirmation email will be sent to you. Your employer will also receive an email with your claim details and a request for your salary information. If needed, submit your sickness benefit claim online and receive real-time status updates.
$1 notice. Advertisers, sellers, and readers are advised of the holiday newspaper schedule. Friday, December.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Before we go, I just want to say thank you very much to Mr. Tulio, Tony G downstairs at Creme Radio, to Lexi and to Harlan up here at Creme TV to Rapid Down and Security. We hope that each and every one of you have a very safe, prosperous, and productive new year. Until Monday, for now, we gone!
Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Another day is here. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. We gotta keep moving, na 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 na. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Everybody gotta put their time in. Wake up, believe, wake up, believe. Voice of opinion and place your calling. Be yourself.